Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's great to be here. Really excited to share our story. Especially, we have been around for 3 years now, and this is for the first time that we are actually coming out in the open and speaking about what we do. So really, really excited to share. And it's an honor to be after Auto1 because that's one company that's really inspired us. We look up to them. So what are we doing? We are, in our mind, building India's largest auto company. And when I say India's largest auto company, I don't mean just largest used car company, but actually largest auto company that can be bigger than the biggest OEMs in India, such as Maruti and Hyundai. And why do we believe we can do that? I think it goes down to the size of the market. India is all set to become world's third largest auto market, just behind US and China. And in terms of the value, it's today a $30 billion market, going to be $100 billion in next decade. In terms of units sold, it's today 4 million units per year in used cars, going up to be 14, 15 million units in a decade's time. And what is the reason for this growth? I think the simple answer to that is that the per capita ownership of cars in India is extremely low. It's like 50 cars per 1,000 people. Compare this to developed economies, it's always over 500 cars per 1,000 people. So there's a huge, huge headroom for growth of used cars in India. And how do we build India's largest auto company? Which is built on back of used car, it always starts with supply. If you have supply, you could actually rule the entire value chain, but you got to start with the supply. And supply in a used car market, by the nature of it, is extremely fragmented because the supply is with each individual, with each owner of a used car. So if you can solve the pain point of selling a car, you can actually consolidate the supply, and you could actually build a large supply base. And on back of that, you could actually build a large business. And how do we solve for that pain point for the sellers? I would quickly just take you through the video to explain what do we really do here.
क्या हुआ बाबू जी? अरे प्राइस फिक्स करने के बाद भी बार्गेनिंग, ब्लडी ऑनलाइन बायर्स। सर, why don't you try Cars24? इनका सिस्टम ही अलग है।
हाय सर।
देखो बॉस, मेरे को गाड़ी बेचने का है, टॉप कंडीशन में, कितना मिलेगा?
सर ये फेक प्राइस है। इंस्पेक्ट करके ही कार का बेस्ट प्राइस डिसाइड करते हैं।
अच्छा, अगर सही प्राइस मिला ना, तो मैं मुंह छूना। पारसी ओन कार है। ये क्या कर रहे हैं?
सर आपने कभी गाड़ी रीपेंट किया है या नहीं?
इससे पता चलेगा।
ये है कार की इंस्पेक्शन रिपोर्ट। अब ऑथराइज्ड बायर्स इस पर बिड करेंगे। सर बेस्ट प्राइस सीधा आपके बैंक अकाउंट में। सर अब तो आप खुश हैं।
बहुत खुश।
Cars24, कार बेचो बेस्ट प्राइस में।
तो चलिए शूट करें।
Let's shoot.
सर आपकी मुझ का है।
इनका सिस्टम बहुत अच्छा है।
So that's really the summary of what we do. It was in Hindi, but I hope you got to catch some of the subtitles. But basically what happens is that a customer walks to our branch, gets the car inspected, and right here is where the world of difference is, because when you try and sell your car in offline market, it's a very bad experience. Nobody greets you properly, everybody sees you as if it's your problem that you're wanting to sell your car. Whereas with us, we sit you down, we offer you coffee, just do like simple basics that make you feel really nice. And then we do the inspection. And again, we not only share the inspection report with the customer, but we also highlight not just the things that are not so good about your car, but also things that are really nice about your car. Like, you just got your tires replaced, your engine is still working very fine. So it's a very, very objective assessment of the car. And then as you saw in the video, we run a real-time online auction. It's a mobile-based auction. We have thousands of dealers all over India who participate in those auctions, and we discover the price for that car right there in 24 minutes. So that's how we get the price for the car. We offer that to the customer, and if the customer accepts the price, the deal is done right then and there. Customer gets the money in his bank account, and boom, it's done. So a process that could, for a car owner, take 4 weeks, 5 weeks, is literally crunched into an hour. And we have tons of happy customers that includes Bollywood guys, head honchos of corporates and musicians. And for the dealer, again, the experience is fantastic. It's seamless. It's completely online. All they need to do is to bid on the car in real time. Once they win an auction, they transfer the money to us electronically, so there is no paperwork. There is nothing offline. It's all on our mobile app that is designed especially for the dealers. And then the car gets delivered to their showroom, right? After they transfer us the money. So it's all online, it's very efficient, and dealers just love that. And speaking a little bit more about the dealers, this is how they look. In India, we do not have large showrooms, we don't have organized dealers, we don't have franchisee dealers who have some sort of a brand. It's a completely unorganized market. This is how a typical dealer looks. It's small, it's fragmented. A dealer on an average does like 20 cars a month. That's the size of dealers we are talking about. And by providing them the supply of cars, we are actually helping them grow their business. And in turn, for Cars24, we are actually, for the first time, trying to organize a market that has traditionally always been fragmented. So we are actually, this is how we are organizing the market. And these dealers, because they are small, they are fragmented, they don't even use an Excel. They never use Excel. They are always using pen and paper to manage all their work. The only piece of software, the only piece of technology that they use is Cars24 mobile app. It's incredible. If you were to visit one of these dealers, you will never see them have even a laptop or a computer, but they have this mobile app on their phone, which they are using for over 2 hours a day. And most of them are pretty much on it every day. So that's the power of what we have built. Dealers are hungry for supply. They don't get supply, and we provide them that. And that's how we build a large used car business. Another thing about the market is almost more than half of our cars are actually going to smaller towns and cities in India. So while we buy cars in top 15 cities in India, we are selling those cars in over 100 cities. So there's a lot of intercity, interstate transactions that are happening where the cars are moving from the larger cities to smaller cities, and that's the value addition we are doing, allowing these cars to move across different parts of India. And then, very important piece of the business that's sort of developing is financing. So these dealers, now that they have supply of cars, are hungry for growth. And for that growth, they need financing. But again, we saw those pictures. These are like really small guys. So they don't get that financing. And we are now helping them get that financing so that they can grow their business, which is, again, an incredible value add for a dealer. They get supply. We ensure that they don't buy lemons. And we also provide them financing to help them grow their business. It's just phenomenal for them. And what has resulted is, in the last 3 years, we have started to see these network effects where, as consumers walk into our branches, more dealers are hearing us, and then they log on to our mobile application. And as more dealers get to our app, we are able to buy more cars, which results in word of mouth, and more consumers come to our branches, and that circle just continues. We are now run rating 30,000 cars a quarter, and we are, in last 1 year, we are seeing a phenomenal growth, growing at almost 20% month on month. And to my first point, that we are not just building a used car business, but perhaps India's largest auto business, because once you have the supply, you could do so much with that supply. You could actually also sell those cars to end customer. You could do financing. There are a bunch of interesting data plays that you could have. So there is just so much you could build. You could really, really go ahead and conquer the entire ecosystem, which is why we think we are building India's largest auto company and not just used car company. And in that journey, we have some of fantastic VCs and partners that have backed us. There are many more, but that's our story. We've been around for 3 years. We are the only and the largest used car player in India, and on our journey to create India's largest auto company. Thank you.